Hey, it's Dan. We're back with another Mastering Collectify, and this week I'm going to talk about soulbound tokens. Real quick, before we jump into the app, I'm going to tell you what a soulbound token is if you don't know. Soulbound token is a token that can't be transferred from your wallet to another wallet. Now, Vitalik wrote about this back in January 2022 on his blog post Soulbound, which I recommend you read if you're interested in this subject. In it, he talks about the origin of his idea for the name Soulbound coming from World of Warcraft, referring to highly powerful items which were not allowed to be transferred between players as a way to help prevent people from essentially running around as a low-level character who didn't achieve anything and being able to buy or transfer high-powered items. The NFT use case here is essentially using the provenance and authenticity side of NFTs as opposed to, say, the financialization features, right? You can't sell a soulbound token. He talks about these for a number of use cases, notably POAPs, and I'll talk about that a bit later. And also things like governance, right? A soulbound token can be used to establish a reputation connected to a person, a wallet. And over time, this can compound and compound. If you could go to someone's ETH address, for example, and identify that this person's high ranking in our DAO, then you can infer a greater level of trust on them, perhaps. So that's just the overview. And if you want to read more, check out that blog post. And in addition to that, I did also write a pretty good thread on it on Collectify's Twitter account. Sorry, Collectify's X account. And it actually highlights the way that we use soulbound tokens in our organization. The soul of Collectify's friend, this soulbound token, represented by this image, allows you to access the pro features of Collectify. Now, you can get one of these soulbound tokens at the moment by simply getting in touch with us. We'll send you a link, you can mint one, and you can unlock these extra features. It's there as a way of helping us to open up a line of communication so we can chat with the people building with our tools. Definitely check that one out, and I will attach a link to it in the post for this video. Getting back to the app, let's jump into Collectify. So now we're in the app, we are going to have a look at the SBT types that we can create. We have two options for you with Collectify, okay? The claim mode and the sign mode. Claim mode is pretty straightforward. You essentially create a page where people can mint a soulbound token NFT directly into their wallet. It's basically the same as a 721. The only difference being the person, once they've minted it, can't transfer out of their wallet. Now, if you are looking for giving people an option to mint with one wallet and transfer it to another, whether that's because you have some kind of contents of a wallet requirement that a person might not want to use that wallet to store things on, for example, a certain balance of a token or another NFT, it could be a good opportunity to use that. It's also good for doing a free giveaway airdrop style. I'm going to cover that a bit more when I actually get into it. Firstly, I just want to set up a quick claim SBT, and while we're doing that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. Okay, now I actually already prepared the metadata for this, so I'm going to just do this as quickly as I can. So with this soulbound token, what I want to do is create a POAP, right? So people came to this event, and let's say it was a meetup event, real life, and I gave them a QR code to get on a whitelist for this NFT. They did that at the event, and this allows them to redeem for this. Now, let's say over the course of your project, you maybe have 5 meetups. For example, I'm based in Tokyo. If we had 3 Tokyo meetups and you came to 2 of them, using these POAPs, you could get onto an additional whitelist for a membership soulbound token, and then you're considered part of this 3D community. That's just one idea, right? So you want to maybe make the supply and things match up to the people who came to your event. You can, of course, make it in your own game currency or world currency, or you could also another coin community, or you're doing a partnership, you could make it relating to their token. For now, we'll just use the example of Unit BNB, but we'll make it free. Whitelist, you probably want to do this for a soulbound token because it's about being specific and potentially private. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to select today on a public mint, and this is basically the same as everything else that we've done with minting this kind of contract on Collectify. So let's just finish it off, create the contract. lovely low gas on BNB. I did want to do this on Go early, but someone has chewed up the entire testnet. Contract is now deployed. Let's go to the dashboard. Okay. Again, like I said, it's the same as everything else, right? So I just want to adjust the theme. Remember, keep everything in theme with everything else that you're doing. The whitelist, same as others, you can manually add, you can import it through a spreadsheet, and this is the stuff that you can update. Going to the minting page, hey, look at that. It's the Castle Day attendee. Hopefully you'll add a little more detail than that. I'm going to mint one right now, and then we're going to have a quick look at it, and then I'll go and have a look at the sign mode. And here it is. Look at that. I can see it on OpenSea. The Castle Day 2023 attendee POAP NFT. Now, just to demonstrate how this works, is this SBT that is non-transferable. I have listed it on OpenSea from the account that holds the wallet, and I've logged in with a different wallet. Now, if I go to buy the NFT, of course I get the standard warning because I've not registered the collection or anything. But if I try to buy it, you get this little warning, execution reverted, right? That kind of demonstrates how it's an unmovable NFT. And so I just want to touch on again how this might seem like a niche use case. For example, the POAP, the Proof of Attendance Protocol. That's what that stands for. I should have explained that earlier. It's quite versatile and it warrants some research. Go back and read that article I wrote. It's pretty good. And it does pretty thoroughly explain what's even going on here and why you should use them. So with that done, I'm going to go back and talk about the sign mode. Sign mode is essentially an option that allows you to mint a soulbound token, but have it sent to a different wallet, not your own, or it could be your own, but not the wallet you're using to create contract. Okay. Why might you want to do this? You could want to do this because you want to send something to someone who's supported you, or someone who's become a certain rank of customer. Remember, through our holder system, you can identify whales of your collection quite easily. And this allows you to tag wallets, whether they're your own wallets or whether they're people in your community. There's a number of reasons. Another option might be that you want to allow people to mint tokens and have them sent to other wallets. At the moment, this kind of just looks like a certificate. Okay, here's one I made earlier. And I'm going to walk you through the process of how to do this. Okay, so again, it's the same. This time there's no prompt for metadata. We are manually adding the data as we go along. I've just said, coffee bean, thanks. So the idea being you have a coffee shop and you have a customer who's purchased, through Web3, you're selling coffee beans for BNB, and you have a customer who's spent a certain amount of money. You can send them this NFT, and then they're eligible for future purchases or a special membership or a special variety, right? And that's it. And I'm going to just hurry through this so I can show you the end result. Okay, pretty standard stuff. We're going to just do a nice little image, the coffee enjoyer, collection introduction. We can't upload our own images into this NFT contract just now, but I've included this image to the descriptor. Here's the default message that appears on the NFT, and we're going to just make it and move on to OpenSea to have a look at the outcome, okay, after we mint it. All right, here's the same old page that we've seen before. Going to just jump through. Okay, the image that I created is here. As I said, unfortunately, right now, you can't have custom images on the end result. This is because certain information must be displayed on it, and adding your own image may not include that information. This might be updated in a future time, but for now, this is a very utility-first NFT. So recipient address is what we're asking for on this mint section. So you have to be connected with the pay address, and you want to send it to the recipient address. So let's say I've made this contract to support the people who bought my coffee, right? I'm gonna drop in my secondary address. I'm gonna go to sign it. Notice how they're both different. And it's a free mint, so I'm gonna just confirm. So let's jump back to this wallet on OpenSea, and you'll see the second certificate has appeared. It can't be transferred again, it's a soulbound token. And that's it for now. The SBT is a pretty underrepresented token category at the moment. I think and fundamentally it's actually quite a useful thing. More projects could benefit from doing it, like the open editions I spoke about last week. But that's going to be it for now. I think this is a little bit of a longer video, so thanks for watching and we'll catch you next time. Bye.